So I was gonna make this really in-depth video about Kinesis and how I thought about it and my gameplay experiences with him, and then I remember that I don't remember shit about him because I played him over 2 months ago, and the only thing I remember is my reactions to the cutscenes. So I don't remember anything about Kinesis, so I can't give you guys an in-depth review. However, I'm gonna give you guys a very general review about Kinesis. So it's not gonna be concrete. I have no scoring systems. I don't remember the skills names and all that stuff, and I don't want to log in to find out. But I'm gonna give you guys a very general opinion about Kinesis. So this is gonna be a very iffy video for a lot of people because I know you guys might like my Zero review, for example, which was very in depth about the storyline, the gameplay, the leveling, the skills, everything. And this I'm just gonna go over like, was it fun? That's really it. Now, I'm gonna go say a few things before I talk about leveling and skills, is that Kinesis is cool. It's a cool class concept where you have telekinesis power, something that I think a lot of people wanted back in 2005, 6, 7, you know, ever since Pirates came out, people probably wanted more classes like the Death Scythe class and the fucking, the Dual Blader and the Triple Blader and the One Piece Man and the Naruto and the Bleach and the Full Metal, you know what I mean, like everyone had these made up classes in their minds. But Kinesis is not a bad class in terms of like the way it was set up. At level 30 you will have the option of either continuing the storyline or abandoning it and going to train. I do not know if you could do this earlier. From my memory, I had to be 30 and then I was able to just go out in the world and do what I wanted to, and I wouldn't be, you know, prohibited from job advancing, which is what I like. I want to get to level 10 and have the option to either continue the storyline or go ahead and just level up if I want to. But that's what you do if you're playing an Explorer, Cygnus Knight. Those aren't very quest-based, they're more yourself-based. If you're playing something like a hero, certain resistance classes like Demon Slayer, you're kind of in it for the story, because you're playing a character that's made. His story or her story is already made. So you gotta know their backstory. Kinesis is not an Explorer. It doesn't have variations in itself. It is literally just him. So you can make Kinesis and you do what you need to do. You know about his life beforehand, how he got into Maple World, what happened before Maple World, you know, all that stuff. So storyline, pretty cool. I love that you can abandon it, but I do wish they still give you the option of getting to like level 10, and it's like, would you like to continue the storyline, or would you like to say fuck it and go into the Maple World and train? Like, that would have been a much better option for me, because I didn't care about the storyline. If you guys watch my live stream of it or the YouTube videos I have, I literally got to level 30 and said, alright, peace, done with the quest. And I wish I could have done that sooner, because it would save time, and I was skipping the cutscenes for the most part anyways, and the dialogue. So very iffy on a lot of people, but I guess it's just nitpicky. You know, that's 20 minutes of your life in comparison to probably saving only 5 or 10, so it's not a lot. So let's talk about leveling. He leveled up pretty fast, but then again, any character in this damn game levels up fast now. I don't care what server you're on, what experience enhancement you're on. You can get to level 100 in a day, you can get to level 200 in a week. It's not hard. So I'm not too worried about talking about leveling anymore. I think that's a very dead thing at this point. People rushing to 250 is, I don't know, I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. Getting to 200 at this point is too much for me. So I get to 140, give or take, and then I tend to stop. If I really like the class, I would go a bit further with it, but I don't know, it's not for me anymore. But that's that. Anyways, let's talk about the skills. The skills are cool, they're interesting in terms of like what they do. A lot of them are basic levitation skills, or you're summoning a train or something of the sort, and they're cool in concept, but in action they're kind of whack. The skills, I don't have a big preference to them. It's just that they kind of bored me. There are skills I like and skills I hate. I hate flashy skills that are just all effect and nothing else. You know, like if a train is literally plummeting into the ground, how is it only doing 10,000 damage based on my damage? It's a fucking train slamming into the ground. Why is it doing 10,000 damage? Doesn't make sense. I don't like skills like that are very based around illogicalness. That's not even a word, but just it's not logical. And I know I shouldn't be comparing logic to MapleStory, but I mean, come on, it's a fucking train slamming into the ground. But the skills are flashy, they are well done, the animations for them are great. I'm just not the biggest fan of the way I had to play Kinesis. If I had to pick a Kinesis class, this would not be it. If I could change the skills, I would, but I don't have that authority, so I won't be talking about that. The next thing I want to talk about for Kinesis is, like, was he fun? Including the story, the skills, how he leveled, the experience I had with him. I didn't mind him. I had good moments with him and I had bad moments with Kinesis. For one, he levels up relatively slowly to me. There were moments where it was rushing through, but I had to keep in mind that I had that Christmas fire event thing, so it leveled up my character 3 times, so I had that little leeway. But all in all, Kinesis is not something I would recommend to the average player. This is something you make for the link skills, this is something you make for the character card, something you make for the character buff. It's not something that you really make for the character itself. At least for me. I have other class preferences. I would play almost anything beside this. If I had to pick another mage, I would go for Luminous. If I had to pick another mage, I would go for Evan. Kinesis would not be my go-to class. But that's just my opinion, guys. I would love to hear your opinion in the comment section below. And again, this is not a review. This is more like a little opinion video, like my thoughts about Kinesis. So, like I said, give me yours in the comment section down below, and I will read them and reply when we converse and have fun. Alright, see you later, guys.